What's up, diggers? Prospector here with Watcher of Realms, and we got a couple of summon events coming up this weekend. Also, you notice I don't have the little avatar thing going on anymore. I plan on using my cam now. I got a new light and I got it working pretty good, I think. But the question is, to summon or not to summon? Let's dig in. Alright, diggers, we got a couple of summon events coming out this weekend. One is in action right now. I'm a little late to the party here, but they have the 2x events going on here. Drop rate of legendary heroes increases to 2 times during the event. Nothing else really special about this, except the fact that there's just a chance that you're gonna get an extra or get a legendary that's higher, or double, I should say. But the same thing for the divine summons, but that's not the big one we gotta talk about. I think the big one we gotta talk about is the ancient summoning. In the ancient summoning, we have Aracha, which is a Piercer Lord, and that's I gotta say that's pretty overpowered for a lot of counts just because of Silas and Hex and a few others. And the other one is Sargak, who is also an extremely good hero. But what I'm gonna say is pretty much if you're early game, I always suggest using your shards on the ×2 events, and that's simply because you're gonna need a lot of heroes, a lot of legendaries, and epics is a big one too. So for the mid game to late game players, you should be hitting this ancient summoning for Aracha really hard. She's in almost all the top client or guild boss teams. She's used all around in Nightmare, Void Rift, just to boost Silas and Hex. She has an amazing Lord ability. Let's see, go over look at it quick. Increases the faction team members' basic tributes by 15%. That's normal for legendary. Faction team members' attack ranges are also increased. That's Lunaria has that same exact thing with 10% basic attributes, and then she also has the range increase. But the big one is for every 1 tile away from the target, increases their damage by 5%, up to 50%. And I think in Guild Boss, you typically have your Silas about 3 tiles away, so you're looking at an extra 15 to 20% damage boost, which is just insane because he's already hitting 100 million, especially if you have a Fiorunnah. And she's a really good hero, a really good fighter, just without being a Lord. She puts out poisons. She has these spider toxins here. Every 6 attacks, 1 snare the target in spider webs and inflict stun. Just a generally good hero. So I guess the advice would be mid game, late game, end game. If you have her or don't have her, you can go for her awakenings. Even if you're end game, yes, you definitely want to summon during this event. I know there's some big events coming up in the future, but there always will be. If you've been holding on to your ancient summoning crystals, don't feel guilty in pulling them. I'd pull them all. I plan on doing it. I don't really know how many I have. Let's see. Come on. Jeez. I only have 18. So I'm gonna pull all 18. That's not really that big of a pull, but kind of pull and pray. But yeah, early game players, I would suggest pulling it for them too. If you have some ancient summoning crystals sitting around, it can't hurt, and you should be pulling for these ×2 events whenever they come up. But I think that about sums up the video. If you liked it, remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, keep digging.